1984, I was born. She left the baby and she went home. Took about a month to come back and pick me up and brought me to her house. But she still didn't show the love to me because I was a mistake, according to her. It seemed like I didn't belong, so nobody showed love to me. Nobody bought me any shoes, so I had to walk barefoot every day. I would go to school without shoes. I would run, I would play soccer without shoes. At one point, I didn't even have anything to wear because I had one short, one shirt. I would wash it, wear it every day for maybe 2 or 3 years, I don't know. So at one point, it was worn out. I didn't have anything to wear, so I would cover myself in a bed sheet. I would stay in the house. I would hear friends calling my name. Hey, Prince, you want to go play some soccer? When I was 8 years old, I told my friends that I'm going to go to the Olympics someday. I would wash clothes for people using my hands. I would wash cars for people. Some people would pay me, some people would not, just to have some little money to pay for my school, and for my uniform and my food. There's a lot of discouragement from people who be telling you, hey, you can never do this. But as long as you believe in yourself and you kind of have something in you that you feel it can happen in your life, just work on that. And in January 2015, I happened to have this opportunity to go help in Mexico with Hope Sports to build a home. The reason I did that was to give back to the community because I've been I know how it feels not to have a house, not to have a home. So giving back, helping build the home to the people that don't have home, it gives me satisfaction that I'm helping and I'm giving hope to the hopeless. It's an amazing, experience, and I want to do more of that, and I want to help as many people as I can. My name is Prince Mumba, and I bring hope to the hopeless.
Amazing. All right. The two questions that all of us here, including teachers, that we can take note so that we can discuss among ourselves, because this type of morning greeting is not just for us to spend the 30 minutes and then forget something about it, but they are many valuable life lessons that we can learn from those topic and individuals that we have invited. The first question that I put on the PowerPoint is, what motivates Coach Prince to succeed in life? Okay, I put it in the PowerPoint. And then question 2, name a project that Coach Prince is giving back to humanity. So right now we're going to have Coach Prince Mumba to show us, and I'm going to interview him. And we are so fortunate and so blessed to have him, coming to share with us. He is in California right now, Santa Monica, just finished coaching. It's about 5:15 p.m. in Santa Monica. Okay, I am very blessed getting to know him since 6 years ago, visited him, and he showed such gentleness, humility, and a lot of grace. And Prince, Coach, why don't you turn on your camera, if that is possible, so that we can have this interview, just a few questions so that you can share your life story to them. And I believe that this coming June, right, if things are all working well, we can travel together to Malaysia to see these young champions that someday, who knows, they will be coming to US or Canada, and some may go to the Olympic Games. Good evening to you, Coach Prince Mumba. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing well. Thank you so much. I did appreciate.
Thank you so much. Going to go through the first question. Describe how was it like growing up in Zambia? Okay, your family, siblings, food, So some of them may not have heard of the country called Zambia. So this is something that they will go back to the class and discuss during their recess time. Okay, maybe you can share based on the first question. Thank you.
Okay, well, I grew up in Zambia. Zambia is in Africa. It's the south central of Africa. It's landlocked, so it's surrounded by other countries. We don't have a sea coast. Well, I just like I described in the short video, I was born in a very difficult moment and time. Actually, when I was born, it was a time when a lot of people were stealing children. So when I was born, mom thought I was not her child. They thought maybe somebody had stolen her child. So that's why she neglected me somehow. But because of that, my life growing up was very difficult. I went through a lot. I didn't have anybody to love me, to help me, you know, go through the right channel to tell me what's wrong, what's right. So I didn't have a mentor. Uh, I did everything myself. But mostly important is like you were teaching about perseverance, and I knew there was a small light in future. I couldn't see it so well, but I knew there was hope that one day I'm gonna be great. I'm gonna help as many people as possible, and I'm gonna go around the world. I'm gonna be in the Olympics. No, I mentioned a little bit in the video that when I mentioned that my friends when I was 8 that I was gonna go to the Olympics, everybody was laughing at me. They discouraged me. They told me all sorts of names. You are nothing. You are poor. You you don't belong. A lot of things. But one thing that kept me going was that small light that I saw in my future. One day I'm gonna be great. Everything they were telling me, they were just helping me to be strong and to make sure that I persevere to the end. You know, yeah, something like that.
Such an amazing, life-touching story, and it is a real story. Okay, students and teachers, not something that Coach Prince made it up because I visited him twice, stay at his home in Santa Monica, and he is very successful as a professional coach and teacher. But yet he is humble. He still remember his difficult, humble beginning back in Africa, and now he is
Mm.
doing something and giving back to society. Okay, remember those two questions. All right. Question two: who encouraged you the most about pursuing your dream when you were younger?
Uh, well, I had few people in my life that encouraged me, but when I was a teenager, I didn't have anybody. Somehow, it was just me and my God. But right, so when I went to middle school, I had this teacher, Mrs. Nakalumbi. May her soul rest in peace. She died. She punished me for making noise in a classroom by running around the track. That's how I discovered I was a runner. So from there, she encouraged me. She told me, "You're gonna be great in your life. You're gonna be this. You're going to be like that." She pushed me not only on the track or in school. You gotta study. You have to be good to people. You have to respect people, and that's what I grew up respecting people, not looking down at anybody. You know, looking at everybody and say you are made in the image of God. So there's I only saw respect, and I only saw things that people can do in life wonderful. And also my Samuel Matete, who was the world champion in the 400 hurdles, and he was also the silver medalist at the Olympics, and also uh, he was the coach in America when I was still in Zambia. He was also the one encouraging me, telling me, one day you're gonna be great. You're gonna come to America. All that time, I didn't know that was possible, but I had a little faith in me, which showed me that everything is possible, provided you work hard. You become disciplined. You listen to good advice. You read books. You know, you respect parents. All that stuff, they all combine to make me work hard. And then the other one was Mr. Nyendwa, another coach from my running club in America, or in Zambia. I was disqualified one time when I was competing in Mauritius, and I thought I was never going to run again in my life because there was something that happened. And then he encouraged me, said, don't listen to the people, don't listen to the media, just work hard. One day something is going to happen. But the most important thing was myself. I can have all the people encouraging me, but if I don't want to do it, it's impossible. So I followed what they were saying and I used it to my advantage. I worked so hard. I I did everything I could to make it in life. Even if I didn't have a home, I would wake up in the morning. I would sleep at the church someday, and then I wake up in the morning. I go jog. I I go to school and I study hard and I train hard and then I discipline myself. So those three people, the middle school coach or the middle school teacher, the coach in America, and the coach in Zambia, those three people encourage me to work hard and you know achieve things in life.
Excellent, Coach Prince. Remember this, okay, wonderful students and teachers. These are some great advice that Coach Prince shared, who had motivated him, because simple things as words of encouragement, dedication, even some simple discipline that teachers impose on us had turned Coach Prince into a great runner. So when teachers give you some extra work, do not feel too disappointed. Maybe those extra work are meant for you to improve in your life, right? Great, great.
Mm.
So what advice? Yes, Coach Prince, you have something to add on?
No, no, no.
So what advice would you like to give to our students here regarding how to cope with disappointment and failure in life?
Yeah. So you remember, it's you'd rather try and fail than fail to try. I don't know who said that, but it's a very good example that I give people. Also, if you're talented or not talented, I encourage people. If you can't win with talent, triumph with effort. Those are my two important quotes that I use every day. Remember, in life, there's always going to be ups and downs. It's always going to be distraction. If you're doing something nice, you're going to have somebody say something which will discourage you. One day, somebody told me, like my brother, my own brother, flesh and blood, same, you know, he wakes up in the morning, he's like, you are nothing. You will never go anywhere. And then he punishes me by washing his car every day. Even when it's raining, it's gonna be dirty. He makes me wash the car. Every night you make me take off the wheels from the car because he's scared they're gonna steal it. And then I put it back. All those punishment, I used it to to create a skill. I love cars. When I buy a car, I have to make it sure that it's clean. I have to make sure that it's running well. Because of the punishment that I had, I use all that to improve myself. Now, coming back to perseverance or discouragements in life, all those things you can use them to build yourself. And if nobody's talking about you, it means there's something wrong. So if somebody's talking bad things about what you're doing, if you're doing the right thing, you're following all the instructions, continue doing. Even like climbing the mountain, it's the same thing. You say it's so hard, nobody can do that. But if you're there perseverant, you can make it. You're gonna have all the obstructions. But if you run all the way to the end, if you walk all the way to the end, if you fight all the way to the end, you're gonna win. One day when I was in Zaragoza in 2009, it's in Spain. I was number 20 in the world in 800 meters. In that race, they only needed top 8 in the world. So which means I was not even considered. So they needed only top 8 in the world.
And my coach, Joe Douglas, he fought so hard for me to enter in that track meet. Remember, I'm number 20. Number 1 in the world is there. He's running 142. That year I was just running 146. Number 2 is there in the world. Number 3, even the 8th one was some, I don't know what happened. He put out, so they put me there. Even if I was 8th place, but at the end of the day, I was number 20. I was not even close to making the team, to making the competition. But when the gun went off, I just, boom, I followed the pacer. I ran and ran and ran. I finished the race and nobody beat me. I beat the number 1 in the world. But if I went there with the discouragement, oh, the number 1 guy in the world is there. Oh, I can't run. Oh, number 8 person is there. I'm only number 20 in the world. So I ran there and I won the race. And I won the race and I made some money. But the most important thing was to win the race. You go there, don't be scared. You have a challenge in life, don't be scared. When I started a running club, I saw the picture that you showed the people. I started with few kids, but today I have I've coached over 1,000, maybe 5,000 kids since I opened the club. I have like 20 kids, 30 kids at one time. But when I was starting the club, everybody was telling me it's so difficult, you can't make it here. Especially in California, everybody wants to do other things. But I didn't look at that. I went ahead and started it because I'm a champion. Same thing with running. When I ran that race, nobody knew me. Nobody even said hi to me because I was just a number 20 guy in the world. But I won. Every time they started inviting me every year. You want to come and run here? Now I can even say, no, actually, I want to go somewhere else. Make sense? So you gotta run. If you can't win with talent, triumph with effort. It's better you try and fail than fail to try. So those are the 2 words that you need to put in your mind.
Exactly. And then some of you may not have known much about Coach Prince Mumba background. You can look it up on Wikipedia. He had got a US scholarship to study in a famous university, almost full scholarship, right, Coach Prince?
Actually, it was a full scholarship, yeah.
Yeah, it's a full scholarship. So Coach Prince Mumba also has a university degree, and he also 2 times Olympian, and now he is successfully coaching several hundreds of kids in California. I've visited his coaching club. I feel very humble and honored, and he is one coach that I admire highly. He had perseverance and humility. One more last question from the floor before we thank him and invite him personally to come to Malaysia this June. I'm serious. Question, come on. Any question, Cikgu? Yogis? Mrs. Tan, are you there, or Mr. Tan? I saw the name Sebastian, Virginia, Oscar. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2.
No
One.
question, but there's no any question. But thank you, Prince Mumba, for putting together your inspirational stories of success to give us encouragement and hope. And thank you, Mr. Liu, for the 3-minute video sharing, because it is a very nice thing for Prince Mumba to say that I'll be a hope for hopeless, something that all of us should practice. So thank you for your valuable time and your valuable sharing once again, Prince Mumba. Hope to see you in Malaysia soon.
Yeah, let's give Prince Mumba a hand. And hopefully Prince Mumba can do a few running club for us in Malaysia, and we invite a lot of kids for him, and we must give him a big, welcome, and continue a healthy lifestyle and learn from such a perseverance, humility, successful person like him. All right, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. See you in Malaysia, Coach. Okay.